So I have a question to atheists in America, not Europe or Asia or any place like that, especially America. Aren't isn't the whole "I believe in science"? Doesn't that sound like a cult to you? I mean, we have a phrase in Norway, at least, or where I am from. You are not supposed to believe; you're supposed to know, and that makes sense. Because how can you know something if you don't know the facts, if you don't know the basic foundations. For example, I have a motto that I follow. For example, um, in weekdays, don't, or generally speaking, in general, at least for the first rule, one, don't be terminally online, and two, go to school and learn a skill. Like those are like the two phrases that I believe in because. Go to school and learn a skill. That's like weekdays. Like that's right. Like from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. or something. You're supposed to use that week and time to really focus on your work. You're not supposed to dilly dally on other irrelevant stuff. So whenever I hear people in the USA say they believe in science, that just sounds like a cult to me. Like the cult during the French Revolution was called the cult of reason. It was sort of meant to replace Catholicism in France at the time, before Napoleon Bonaparte banned it because it was just too stupid to have. So that's the thing is. At least with religion, it at least has a logical reason to why people are superstitious. People think that they're gonna be rewarded if they do good deeds and believe in a deity, even though you can call it a superstition, but at least it has a relevance to the social order and factors. I don't see how belief in science or cult of science has any actual benefits other than it just allows you to implement some kind of moral ambiguity into society or something. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right. It's all about consent or something, which I think is nonsense because people can be manipulated, and I also think the danger of a docile society, which means people like take the alphabet people or LGBT, for example, like those people have this tendency of wanting to not study in weekdays and just focus on this whole bullshit of identity. So it's not so much about that I care about gays or something. I mean, in terms of what's the word I'm thinking about here? From weekdays, you're supposed to study and go to school and learn a skill. Like that's the point. So when people are so focused on all other terminally online dumb stuff, like what identity you are, I'm talking about people who just are wasting their precious time on stupid stuff. Like it's okay to be stupid if it's weekend or if it's holidays. You have earned it, you have worked hard for it. But then it's the people who are just lazy and so docile that they cannot work. So there's some problem with masculinity. When people go too far and beat people up and stuff. I get that, but don't tell me that a feminine society will be better. Like that's the problem with the whole cultist of science. Or the idea of that. Like that's what I think American atheists actually believe in. With Richard Dawkins nonsense and such. I mean, I'm not saying that all atheists are cultists. In general, I think you should be the masters of your own fate and try your best to figure out the reality of things. I mean, we know that facts are facts. We know that that's disputable. Like facts that we can. I'm not talking about the appeal to authority. I talk about knowing stuff. For a fact that this makes sense. 2 + 2 is 4. Like that stuff, and you have studied it. I think belief in authority is the dumbest stuff you can do. But I'm not saying they should dispose of experts, but you should at least know. Because I think not knowing is the dumbest thing because you're not working to earn that that kind of expertise, and I just think people are just blindly believing in stuff. Oh, look at that smart person. I guess I'm gonna believe him because he's smart. I'm not gonna double fact check it either way or try to understand it. That I think is bullshit, and I think it's blind faith in just someone who knows something. That's just bullshit. Um, so in the case, if I were to like come up with a conflict solution to the whole Christianity and Islam, I would just suggest having the religious institutions agree on one time rock paper and scissors, and the one who loses converts to the winner. Like that's how I will solve it. But I doubt people who fought, during crusades or jihads are gonna go with it. But that would be my solution because I kind of hate the old bickering, really. But that's just how I see it. The whole conflict, the whole dogmatic stuff, and I do see it sort of like a equivalence to the whole moral ambiguity and moralism, that there's some hypocrisy of people who preach about how their case is just, but in reality, you should base it on that knowing stuff, knowing the factors, knowing what helps, not like, for example, the whole knee-jerk politics of Democrats versus Republicans is all a scam. If it was like a representative multipartyism, then I think people would just organize their political organization without the whole nonsense of, if you wear blue socks or red socks and you're evil, like that's the whole mentality of American politics. But either way, there's like a good South Park episode called "Go God Go," where they kind of make fun of it. If atheists had like this society of American idealized atheism, but you can absolutely hate my guts for this video, and I don't mind. Feel free to let me know in the comments or whatever. I don't know. But no, I'm not gonna read it in weekdays because I don't care about terminal line stuff in weekdays. So I'm just not gonna read it then. But I'm gonna probably read it in weekends because then I have time, or holidays, because I have time to waste on stupid stuff then. So that's my motto. Just turn it off in the weekdays. When you're supposed to work, learn a skill. That's my suggestion. Don't. In terms of cultism, I guess my point is, if you really are interested in actually getting anywhere in life, just don't be terminal line on weekdays. That's just my suggestion. So yeah, thank you for listening, and bye.